The signing of Neon Deion Sanders added a supernova to the stars that already make up the Cowboy Galaxy. Another bright light to beam them to Super Bowl 30, a destination also coveted by the Broncos.
Let's dominate on three. 1, 2, 3, dominate!
Ain't nobody gonna beat us on our ground.
The Cowboys' offense displayed a precise blend of power and precision. The precise passing of Troy Aikman to a variety of receivers, and the determination of the incomparable Emmitt Smith, who brutalized the Denver defense for over 100 yards rushing.
To the right, still running, cuts it up at the 5, and he scored! Degree of difficulty you wouldn't believe.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Shut up, baby. Shut up.
We ain't giving up nothing. We ain't giving up nothing.
The Cowboy defense was led by number 94, Charles Haley, who sacked John Elway twice.
Get on it, get on it, get on it. Elway, short drop, pass thrown, blocked by Hennings, intercepted by the Cowboys. At the 20, down to the 10, down to the 7. Larry Brown on the tip drill.
The resilient Elway is no puppet in the pocket and pulled the right strings on 2 touchdown passes.
Now throws down the field, wide open Anthony Miller at the 30, to the 25-20. He may score to the 10, into the end zone, touchdown. Scott Case chasing him.
When he start playing soft, think I'm going to cut him. That's when I'm going to smash him in the mouth, but I got to change it up.
If one play defined the Cowboys' thirst for another title, it was this one by Emmitt Smith. A blitz pickup by number 22 was followed by his alert decision to make himself an outlet receiver for beleaguered Troy Aikman, thus transforming an almost certain loss into an astonishing first down. Quarterback Troy Aikman accounted for 3 touchdowns in the Cowboys' 31-21 victory, a win that sent many into a bit of premature delirium. The Redskins faithful are hoping that Gus Frerotte will lead them to the promised land. Unfortunately, the young quarterback was unable to perform any miracles on this day. Oakland put its faith in the arm of veteran quarterback Jeff Hostetler, who led the Silver and Black to victory with a pair of touchdown strikes.
Back to throw is Hostetler, looking over the middle, fires into the end zone, wide open. He's got a man. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Benner. What a pass. Hostetler threading it through 3 defenders.
Derek Fenner provided evidence that it is often better to receive than to give. This week, the Raiders hope for another laying on of hands on the road against the Chiefs. Feeling more Lilliputian than Giant, New York traveled west to Arrowhead Stadium, hoping to erase the memory of a Week 1 thrashing from Dallas, which cut them down to size. And those memories vanished quickly.
Brown throws to the end of the Callaway. Touchdown Giants. He was wide open and he spikes the football. Bono takes the snap, drops back, feels pressure, and is sacked. The ball is loose. Picked up by Keith Hamilton. Up to the 30, 40. Hamilton to midfield.
New York was rolling towards the easy victory as tenacious defense helped their lead grow even larger, although not in splendid fashion.
He fumbles in at the goal line. Giants recover. What a bizarre play. The Giants with a 17-3 lead over Kansas City.
Then Steve Bono spun some Montana-like magic.
Look, throws. Touchdown, Kansas City. Touchdown, Chiefs. Touchdown, Chiefs.
With 2 late scores, the Kansas City crowd trusted their fourth quarter fortune would rub off into overtime.
17-17. The snap is down. The kick is up by Elliott. The kick is good.
This week, the undefeated Chiefs set their sights on arch-rival Oakland.
Missouri Melonheads
Rams.
wanted. We want you guys to take over the
NFC
Melon Patch so we
champions this year,
can watch
okay? It's a wild
proudly
prediction,
on
but I'm going out on a
satellite.
limb.
Go Rams! Go Rams!
For the first time in 7 years, football fans could say, "Meet me in St. Louis." And they also grooved to the funky beat of the Rams, who in the offseason busted a move to Missouri. This current crop of Rams looks like Hall of Fame material. At least their entertainment certainly does.
Fowler at our home.
It's starting right here, baby. It's starting right here. Let's go, Big Blue. Star crowd, baby. Star crowd, baby. Speed off this. It's time to get going, baby. Go now. Let's do it in a row, boom. Hold up, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. Go in a row.
Miller throws up the field complete. The catch is made by Bruce to the 10, 5, and he's in for the touchdown.
Good job. Yeah. Hey, we come back to Boss Special. You came wide open on the backside, okay? All right.
When Tyrone Hughes fumbled a Sean Lendetta punt, Mike Scurlock picked up the ball and headed to the end zone. But his dreams of a touchdown were soon transformed into a staggering reality.
You had one, didn't you? You had one. You had one. Come on, D, turn it up.
Pass! Watch the pass next!
Throws on the right, and it's intercepted. Highlight, 10, 5, touchdown, Seymour.
We got these guys down. Now's a chance for us to stuff them in a box. Stuff them in a box and they'll never get out of it.
Sack time. It's sack time. Sack time. Get it off or else it's a Go! 2-0, contenders, baby! Contenders! Contenders, baby!
Now what you've done is you've proven what we've been talking about to the Western Division, that we're for real. We've won. You have just done something that no Ram team has done since the 5th and 6th week of the '91 season. Won 2 games back-to-back.
In Buffalo, where hope and disappointment spring eternal with equal fervor, the Bills use the Panthers as an elixir to overcome the pain of Week 1's loss to Denver.
35 wants to pass a screen out to Thurman, and Thurman at the 35, at the 40, at the 45, in midfield, down to the 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, and he is stopped.
Thurman Thomas rang up 155 total yards, and Jim Kelly dialed 6 on one of only 4 completions, connecting with Russell Copeland for a 77-yard touchdown.
Down to the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and in for the touchdown.
Panthers running back Bob Christian picked up the Bills' blitz and sent Bruce Smith airborne. But quarterback Frank Reich launched a duck, which enabled cornerback Kurt Schultz to put the game out of Carolina's reach.
And it's Kurt Schultz at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5.
This week, Buffalo hosts the Colts in an AFC East feud. Last week, it was Browns quarterback Vinny Testaverde and his former team, the Buccaneers, playing the Hatfield and McCoys. But the real McCoy was the dog defense, which sacked Tampa Bay quarterback Trent Dilfer 7 times.
They come on the blitz. Vinny throwing deep upfield for Alexander, and a spectacular catch in the Tampa Bay.
Meanwhile, Testaverde threw for over 250 yards with 2 touchdowns, both to wide receiver Keenan McCardle.
McCardle wide open, touchdown, Cleveland Brown.
This week, prior castoff and current centerpiece, Testaverde leads the Browns against the Oilers.
Second of the day for Testaverde.
Cincinnati Bengal fans thought their team was headed in the right direction. Unfortunately, Jacksonville simply headed toward the end zone.
Here's Jacksonville first time, third down. Jordan has it far side 30, 35, 40, room to run. Midfield 50, he's gone, 30.
Randy Jordan scored the first touchdown in the Jaguars' brief existence, but the Bengals showed they're ready to rewrite their own history.
Fakes, looks, throws, end zone, two, has it, touchdown. He had all afternoon long. Blake throwing deep downfield. He wants his man.
Cincinnati fans have some important questions, and the Bengals hope to answer them this week at Seattle. After an opening day loss, the Packers' Brett Favre gave his fans reason to be optimistic Monday night with 21 unanswered points, including a 15-yard touchdown toss to Anthony Morgan.
The ball on field is caught. Touchdown for the Packers.
His second of two scoring strikes to Robert Brooks, however, really got the fans' hearts racing.
Straight back in the pocket. He pumps now. Wants to go. He's got him. A man wide open. Here it's caught at the 35, the 40, 45, 50. He's going to go for the touchdown. He's going to go. Robert Brooks will go 97 yards for the Green Bay.
It looked like the Packers had tucked the Bears in tight for the night, but Chicago's offense was merely snoozing, and after Brooks' 99-yard wake-up call, the Bears came to life with a scoring spree of their own.
Kramer takes play action, looks to throw, throws the right side. He's got Flanagan, touchdown! Graham wide to the right side, Wet Knight in motion to the right. Hand off Salam, slanting right to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown!
The Bears had climbed to within 3, and Chicago had the ball with over 2 minutes left to play, until Reggie White and Wayne Simmons finally put this game to bed for the Packers.
Steps up under the pressure, he fumbles the football, it's torn away from behind, and I believe the Packers have recovered. Looks like Green Bay football near the 22-yard line, and that's it.
While Chicago heads to Tampa Bay this week, the Packers return home to host the Giants. There's more than a kernel of optimism in San Francisco, where reservations have been made for a second straight Super Bowl. While the Falcons came to town hungry, the Niners gorged on a heaping dish of rice.
Jerry moves up. Young, a quick slant in. Jerry Rice got it. Spins around, trying to get into the end zone. He carries. He carries Davis in. Touchdown, 49ers, 18 yards. Young with a play fake. Rolls to his left. Throws on the run. Rice makes the catch. Rice close. 20, 15, 10. Spins at the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Jerry Rice. He has his second of the day.
The Falcons never got the license plate of the truck that hit them, and guard Robbie Kobeck was in the wrong lane when the Niners employed the blitz.
Shotgun formation, and the pass is away. Pick. Tim McDonald. Easy touchdown, 49ers. McDonald, second in 2 weeks.
San Francisco has a tall order this week when they host the New England Patriots. As is usually the case in New York street brawls, it's the one who gets the last punch in that wins. But even then, the Colts had to endure Boomer and the Jets, coupled with some self-inflicted wounds.
In the pocket, plenty of time, throws down the middle, and it's intercepted. Smith has the ball. Otis Smith at the 35-yard line, 30, near side 20. 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
But Jet fans should know better than to let a 3-touchdown lead get to their heads.
Delay, giving up the middle. Ronald Moore got a couple, lost the football. The Colts have got it. It is Tony Bennett at the 20. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Tony Bennett.
Replacing Craig Erickson at quarterback, Jim Harbaugh fired a couple of fourth-quarter touchdown passes that sent the game into overtime, where Mike Kofer had the final say.
Gardocki will hold the snap. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's got the lay. It is good. The Colts win. The Colts win. Mike Kofer drills up.
The jubilant Colts head north to Buffalo this week, having matched the greatest comeback in team history. While in Houston, the Steelers made sure no such heroics would be necessary. a point they made perfectly clear the first time they touched the ball.
Hastings finds the wall left. He's at the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50. Beats the kicker at the 40. He's on a foot race. There goes Andre Hastings all the way for the Steeler touchdown. A punt return of great beauty.
Even with starting quarterback Neil O'Donnell out, Pittsburgh's offense didn't miss a beat.
And there goes Fred McAfee, and he's got the first down and breaks out of there. 10-5, touchdown Steelers. Fred McAfee doing some beautiful dancing on the
With all-pro cornerback Rod Woodson lost for the year, the Steelers' defense stepped up, led by Chad Brown's 3 sacks. Long on hair, but short on depth, Pittsburgh faces Marino in Miami on Monday.
Hey, Bernie, how you doing, man?
Just want to say hi.
Good to see you.
You know, I don't know if you know how much respect I have for you.
Well, thank you. You're very kind. Well, it's mutual.
I'm trying to follow you, though. You know, a couple years ago, it's Slim Fast commercials. Now it's Dunkin' Donuts. I can't get a read.
Isn't it awful?
I see.
Huh?
Last Sunday, the pregame friendliness ended abruptly on Miami's second possession.
Good protection. He's throwing from Fryer. He's got it at the 40. He's to the 30. Down to the 20. 10. And touchdown, Dolphins.
What a humongous play by Danny and Irving Fryer.
Hey, just settle down, defense. Get those spaces. Let's go. Hey, there's a whole 3.5 quarters to go in this game. Let's go. Quit worrying about that.
By the second quarter, the Dolphins were in total control.
Kirby going right side. He's looking to throw.
Halfback pass.
He's going to pass to Irving Fryer. He's got it at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins! Yes!
Hey, we're getting our ass kicked. You're right.
New England wasn't playing its best, but Drew Bledsoe's mighty arm still gave it hope for a comeback. But diving catches by Will Moore only confirmed that on this day, Patriots' touchdowns were mirages.
A diving spectacular catch by Will Moore. Score! He got up, nobody touched him, and he ran into the end zone. Touchdown! What a catch by Wait a while. Another official's waving it off.
They're going to rule that an incompleted pass. They're going to rule it a
What
try.
the hell's that? That was a touchdown.
Things never got any better as the Dolphins stopped New England 4 times on 4th down.
He fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. It's loose at the 30. It's picked up by Jeff Cross. He fumbled the ball.
The Dolphins capped off a day of frustration for Bill Parcells' Patriots with a goal line stand.
On the right side wing, the head off to Martin up the middle. Not going to get in. The Dolphins stop him at the 3-yard line. It is Miami ball. You have to wonder about that play call.
You gotta let me throw at it, Bill. You gotta let me throw it.
Huh?
You gotta let me throw there.
We thought that's what they'd be thinking. Don't get discouraged. You did a good job.
New England corn dealers present.
No, that's right. Not good enough. You ain't got a lot of help right now today.
Dan Marino, on the other hand, had all the help he needed, and this week he'll need a lot more as the Dolphins host the Steelers. The hot lights in Philly are no longer on the petulant pouting of Ricky Waters. They're on the timing troubles of Randall Cunningham and the West Coast offense. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. When Cunningham wasn't holding the ball too long, he was throwing it too early.
Cunningham back. He's looking, he fires, it is intercepted.
Bad decision on the part of Randall Cunningham.
Coach Ray Rhodes agreed and sat Cunningham down in his ever-expanding doghouse. Veteran Dave Craig was also sent to the Pine for this rookie-like read.
It is intercepted by William Thomas at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Willie T scampers all the way home.
But the scampering was best left to those with the feet to fly. Scatback Charlie Garner racked up 71 yards on just 10 carries. Garner later scored, and Rodney Peete came off the bench to do what Cunningham could not.
He fires complete for a touchdown as he goes to Frank Barnett on a post.
rumor mill has Cunningham soon joining his former teammates in Arizona. This week he'll start against the Chargers, but must come up big. No ifs, ands, or buts. In San Diego, there was no room for ifs or ands, just a big old butt. And a big game from receiver Tony Martin.
Humphries to throw, under pressure, fires, touchdown, San Diego!
Martin snagged 13 passes in all, the same number that struggling Rick Meyer completed. But it only takes one.
He fires, nice catch by Perea! Touchdown, Seattle!
With the game tied in the third quarter, the Seahawks had a chance to go up by a touchdown.
The goal line, touchdown, Seattle! Are they going to give him the touchdown, or are they going to say his knee is down? Oh, they say the knee was down at the 1-yard line.
The Seahawks settled for a field goal and left the door wide open for the Bolts to come back.
Going long, caught! Touchdown, San Diego!
This week, the 1-1 Chargers square off against another 500 team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here we go, Vikings, all the way, baby. All the way. We're going to the Super Bowl this year. We're going to pound Detroit today, baby.
Win, 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 win. Nothing less than a win.
Nothing less than a win. Right. Let's take it to another level. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Mitchell turns, play fake, looking long right. Goes down for Herman Moore, and Moore up for it, and catches it! Herman Moore! What a grab! Nobody does it better.
And no one is usually better than Barry Sanders, who managed a motley 35 yards. Meanwhile, Minnesota and Moon were moving the chains.
You see them first downs? You see them moving them chains? That's football.
With the game tied, Kadri Ismail's fumble led to 3 Lion points.
Ismail near side 10, 15, cut back over the middle 20. Ismail fumble, ball loose, Lions have it. Picked up by Corey Raymond, left side 25, stiff arm to the 20, and the Lions have the football in a huge break.
Late in the final quarter, Ismail got a bigger break.
Here we go, man, big play.
And it broke the game wide open.
Long down the sideline, Ismail, ball tipped, Ismail, deflection. Ryan McNeil and Benny Blades collided, the ball popped up in the air. Kadri Ismail came down with it and went 85 yards for the touchdown, and that is perhaps the game.
The Vikes' first win gave the team a much-needed boost, with the dreaded Cowboys next on the agenda.
All right, man. No way to make a living. Keep in mind how hard it was. I mean, if we could bottle this feeling, we would play the Dallas Cowboys right now. Because right now is when we have the best feeling about what it feels like how to win. Next week, we're an underdog. But when they come in here, they come to our home, and we have to be able to play our style of game. Now, we are showing some signs of it, of playing our style of football. Being able to run and hit and be explosive and have a damn good time while you're doing it and loving every second of it. That's what we got to have this week. In the community, on the practice field, in the meetings, out there ready to go when it's time to play. A week from now, we'll have that feeling bottled. And we'll take on a team that many people feel is #1 in the National Football League. And when you say #1, that's over a 16-game schedule. It's not next Sunday.